All aboard the light rail. We are going to be traveling from Huntington Bank Stadium all the way to US Bank Stadium. This trip starts off in Dinkytown near the University of Minnesota and will travel to the heart of downtown Minneapolis. The light rail has two main lines, the blue line and the green line. What we're on right now is the green line. So the green line connects Target Field all the way to Union Depot in St. Paul, Minnesota. However, the blue line goes from Target Field all the way to Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. These trains run every 15 minutes, making them one of the fastest, most dependable, because they don't stop for anybody or wait for anyone, trains and modes to get around the Twin Cities. This line runs through the heart of Dinkytown, and it connects both sides of the University of Minnesota, East Bank and West Bank, together. The light rail connects passengers here with so many different food options, as well as co-working spaces, groceries, CVS and Walgreens, and probably most importantly for students, is it connects all the student housing together, allowing students to shop, eat, dine, all while only using the train to commute. With all-day passes, which gives you access to both train routes and all of the bus routes only costing $4 for adults, you cannot beat the affordability. Tourists also appreciate that you can get from your hotel to all three stadiums and to the airport and back, all without needing a rental car. I am not saying the locals may or may not just park in free parking and then ride the train to the stadiums to save on stadium parking fees. As the light rail makes its way towards the river, we continue on through the heart of the University of Minnesota. There is approximately 2 minutes of ride time between each of the different stops. Visually, this is also some of the best way to see the city and all the different types of things, from sculptures that you will randomly see throughout the University of Minnesota, to even seeing some of the historical buildings from the University of Minnesota that have been super well maintained. And folks, we're not saying like they just kept a few historical building outhouses. Like, this is what I mean by historical buildings and keeping it truly maintained. There's even a bowling alley that features Terrible Tuesdays, which the goal is to be as terrible a bowler as humanly possible, basically. The light rail is monitored both on the train and the platforms via video surveillance, and sometimes even the Metro Transit police, who regularly get on each of the trains at different stops and just check fares and make sure to maintain safety. The train also crosses over the Mississippi River, spanning roughly 600 to 800 feet across and 20 to 30 feet deep. This is actually one of the narrower, smaller, traffic maintained channels of the Mississippi River. Meaning, yes, in southern states, it gets bigger. The top two ways to explore the river are either by the trails that run all the way through the Twin Cities along the riverside, and or the riverboat cruises. The light rail also connects East and West Bank hospitals together, allowing traveling patients and families the ability to go from hospital to hospital and or get food and or groceries, hotels, all without needing a car either. And they say we aren't Minnesota nice anymore. For everything that these trains are, there are many things that simply cannot be reached via the trains. Unfortunately, that includes small businesses and things like the Minnesota Zoo. Seeing sites like the Sculpture Garden requires hopping on a bus after you've been on the train. You also can't ignore that as a woman traveler, that this is one of the safest ways to get through rougher parts of the cities, as it's lit, it's monitored, and you're not ever alone. There is still a ton of driving roads and traffic in the Twin Cities. And the best way to get over some of those interstates is via the light rail. The light rail also connects directly to Minnehaha Falls Park, which if you've never been, you guys need to stop by Minnehaha Falls because it's got a dog park there, bike riding, waterfalls, hiking, river access, beach access, Dairy Queen, farmers markets, art festivals, a lot of things just happen at that park. And I highly recommend if you've boarded the Green Line, now as we're rolling into US Bank Stadium, not only are we going to see one of the only ways to see this side of US Bank Stadium, it's also where you're going to connect with Blue Line to take you to Minnehaha Falls Park. Now, if you thought Huntington Stadium was beautiful, here is US Bank Stadium. And the best way to stadium golf is to take the light rail. Even if another train's passing by, they pass by so quickly, give it 2 seconds. This is US Bank Stadium, home of the Minnesota Vikings, as well as where our journey will end for us on this video today. If you enjoyed these videos, let me know in the comments. And of course, make sure to hit that follow/subscribe button so that I can bring you more videos just like this. If you enjoy service dog content, oh honey, that's my bread and butter. This is nothing. So whether you want to continue exploring via the Blue Line or even run up to the Skyway bridges, this is our stop